conference will now be recorded.
My screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So what did we discussed in the previous session?
JavaScript on lookup and single retrieve.
Yes, we have seen how to retrieve a record using JavaScript. Sorry, yeah, how to retrieve a record using JavaScript, and also okay, just give me a second. And also how to retrieve lookup field. Okay. Okay. Today we will see how to use retrieve multiple. See, in the previous session, we have seen how to retrieve a single record. If you want to retrieve a single record, you need to pass the ID and the schema name of that particular entity. In case if you want to retrieve multiple records, so that comes under retrieve multiple. Okay. Okay, let me open the JS which we have written yesterday. Okay, so this is the JS that we have written in the previous session. So this is retrieve record. We have seen this in the previous session. Okay, so this is single retrieval. If you want to write a single retrieval, you need to pass ID and a schema name of that particular entity. Okay, so let's say if you want to write a retrieve multiple. So why we need to go for retrieve multiple? In case if you want to retrieve more than one record from any entity. If you want to retrieve multiple records, then we will go for retrieve multiple. So if you are going for retrieve multiple, what are the input parameters that you want to give, that you have to give? So it is if it is single retrieval, we are passing ID and a schema name. But if it is retrieve multiple, you need to pass query or condition. So we need to pass the query or condition. So what is the condition? Let's say for an example, if you want to retrieve, okay, so let me go back to CRM. You have a contact here, right? Let's click on this contact. So if I want to know how many claims are associated to this particular contact, you can click on related and you can click on claims and then see how many claims are associated to this particular contact called Ram. 3 claims. Let's say if you want to retrieve these 3 claims, if you want to retrieve these 3 claims which are associated to this particular contact. So my requirement is, so when I open any contact, so let's say if I open Ram contact, on load of this particular record, see on when I am loading this particular contact record, I wanted to show the number of claims which are associated to this particular contact. Okay, requirement is when I open any contact, on load of the contact form, I want to show how many claims are associated to it. When I click on claims, it is showing 3 claims. The count should be 3. Everybody understood the requirement? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So when I open any contact, let's say if I open Sai Venkat, okay. So how many claims are associated to Sai Venkat? Let's check. There are no claims. The count should be 0. Okay. So this is your requirement. So my requirement is when I load contact form, I want to get all the claims which are associated to this particular contact and show the count in an alert message. Okay, alert message means we have written the alert message right here. See, like this. So the name should be like number of claims equal to 3, something like that. This is alert box, right? I want to show in an alert box the number of claims. Okay, so here we are not going to retrieve a single record, right? We are going to retrieve multiple records because multiple claims are associated to a single contact. So we have to go for retrieve multiple. So what is the condition here? So if you want to write a retrieve multiple, what do you need? What you have to pass if you want to write retrieve multiple? See, if you want to write a single retrieval, what do you need?
ID of the record, schema name of the entity.
ID and a schema name. If you want to write a retrieve multiple, what do you need?
Query.
Query or condition. So what is the condition here? So I'll tell you. See, when I open any contact, let's say I am opening Ram. Ram is associated to how many claims? 3 claims. So here my condition is I do not want to retrieve all the claims. See how many claims are there? 16 claims are there. I do not want to retrieve all these 16 claims. I only want the claims which are associated to Ram. I only want the claims which are associated to Sita. I only want the claims which are associated to Venkat. So that is my condition. Get all the claims where contact equal to a specific contact. Contact equal to Venkat or contact equal to Ram, something like that. I want to get all the claims where contact equal to Ram or contact equal to Venkat. So that would be your condition. So here condition is get all the get all the claims where contact equal to specific contact. That is your condition or query. See here, retrieve multiple can be implemented in 2 ways. Okay, retrieve multiple can be implemented in 2 ways. First way is using fetch XML. So you can implement retrieve multiple using fetch XML. Second one is using query expression. Okay, see, retrieve multiple can be used in 2 ways. Okay, so you can write retrieve multiple in 2 ways. First way is using fetch XML. Second way is using query expression. Okay, so today we will see how to write a retrieve multiple using fetch XML. Okay, so now this is climb.js, right? This JS which we have written, it is related to climb. So now I am not writing my code in this JS, okay, because this is related to climb. I have to write the code in contact because when I open the contact, see, when I open the contact, then my JavaScript should trigger and it should fetch the climb count, number of climbs. So I have to trigger my JS on contact. So I am creating a separate, you can also write the same, you can also write the code in this file, but this is related to climb. So generally, um, as we follow the coding standards, each and every entity will have a single JS. Let's say climb will have climb.js, contact will have contact.js, account will have account.js, like that. Okay, now I am not writing the code in this. I am creating another JavaScript file. How to create another JavaScript file? Click on File, New, File. See, I am writing the JavaScript in Visual Studio, not in CRM. So you have JavaScript file, click Open. So now I want to save this file. Click on Save, Desktop. I am giving the name like contact.js. Contact.js. Save. Okay, so this is my contact.js. Now I am going to write the code inside of this function. Get climb count. So this is my name of the function. Get a climb count. Open close. So here I want the actually I do not want the execution context, so I'm not passing it. Okay, so this is my function. This is my function. See, now we are going to write retrieve multiple. So now we need to retrieve, you need to retrieve multiple. You need to write retrieve multiple, right? So retrieve multiple can be done in 2 ways, but now we are implementing in using fetch XML. Okay, using fetch xml we are going to write a retrieve multiple. So okay, if you want to write a retrieve multiple using fetch xml, first you need to declare one variable. Declare var fetch xml into double quotes. Okay, so I just declared one string variable. Okay, double quotes means string variable. Fetch xml is a string variable. See, if you want to write retrieve multiple using fetch xml, first you need to build that fetch xml. Okay, so we need to build one xml. Fetch, we'll call it as fetch xml. Okay, from CRM you need to go to CRM and you need to build that fetch xml, and that fetch xml we are going to pass into web API. Okay, first we need to build the fetch xml from advanced find. Okay, so now we need to we need to build we need to build fetch xml using advanced find. There is an option called advanced find in CRM. We need to go there and we need to build this fetch XML. Okay, I'll show you how to build it. So let's go to CRM. So this is our CRM, right? Let's go to settings. So this is our settings. How to go to settings? Just to copy this particular URL, tell main.aspx. Okay, add settings only true. Type like settings only true. So when you enter it like this, it will open the settings, CRM settings. Okay. Okay. So here you can see a filter icon here, advanced find. So this we will call it as advanced find. From here, we can build the fetch XML. Click on this filter icon. Now I am building the fetch XML. Can you guys tell me? Okay. Okay, can you guys tell me which entity records we wanted to retrieve? Which entity records we wanted to retrieve?
Climb.
Claim records. So do we need all the claims or do we need any specific claims?
Uh,
Whose name is equal to Ram?
Correct. So we need the claims which are specific to a contact. Okay, see, now we wanted to, as you said, we wanted to retrieve claims, right? So you need to select the claim entity in look for. There is a look for here. So here you need to select claim. Okay, claims. So when I click on result, it will show all the 16 records. All these are like claims data. But do we need all this data? Do we need all these claims?
Mm,
Do we need
no.
all these claims? No,
no,
we
no.
don't require all these claims. I only want the claim where contact equal to specific contact. See here, are you able to see the contact column here? Claim number created on cost of product. Contact is not there. Let's add contact field here. Click on advanced find, edit
Record.
columns, right? Edit columns, add column. So now I am adding contact field. Click. I just added on to this particular view. So click on result. See here. So this RAM is associated to how many claims? RAM is associated to 3 claims. Sita is associated to 1 claim. So if you can click on the contact, you can see Sita is associated to 2, Ram is associated to 3, and others doesn't have any contact associated. So now I do not want all these claims. I only want specific claims which are associated to a contact. So what is the condition that we need to add here? What is the condition or query that we need to add?
Name is equal to Ram.
name, no. See, we are
First
on,
name. Contact.
correct. We are on claim. We are on claim. Claim has a contact field. Yes or no? See here, claim has contact field. Let's go to claims. Open any claim. Okay, see here, claim has contact field. So I want all the claims where contact equals to specific contact. What is the contact? Let's say, let's take Ram. Okay, so I selected Ram. So contact equal to Ram. Get all the claims where contact equal to Ram. Click result. So how many claims that you got?
3.
3. So we are only getting the claims which are specific to a contact. This is what we want, right? So this is our condition. I want all the claims where contact equal to Ram or contact equal to, you can also pass contact equal to Sai something, Sai Sita. Let's say Sai Sita. How many records are there? 2 records are there. So you can pass either Ram or you can also pass Sai Sita. You can pass any contact name here. Okay. See, this shouldn't be static one. This shouldn't be static value. It should be dynamic. It should be dynamic. Dynamic means what? See, let's say if I open Ram, then in the condition Ram should be there. Contact equal to Ram. Ram record claim should come. If I open if I open Sai Sita, then in the condition contact should be Sai Sita. So whichever the record that I am opening, that record related claims I want. Whichever the contact which I am opening, that contact related claims should come. So that is my condition. This shouldn't be static. This shouldn't be a constant value. This should be dynamic value. Whichever the record, whichever the contact that I am opening, that contact ID we have to pass it here. I'll show you how to pass it. Okay, but for now, just to generate the fetch XML, I selected one contact. It can be any contact. It can be Sai Sita, or it can be Ram, it can be anything, Venkat or anything. Okay, so now we are done. I want the claims where contact equal to Sai Sita. So you have an option here, download fetch XML. Click on it, download fetch XML. See, fetch XML got downloaded. Open it. Let it open. Okay, this is your fetch XML. So this is our fetch XML. Okay, so I will explain you what this fetch XML contains. See, what is the first statement that we have? Entity name. Entity name equal to, which entity name is it? Which entity name is it? Entity name equal to, which entity schema name is it?
Walmart. Claim.
Claim. Because we are retrieving claim records, right? So that is why entity name is claim. This is the schema name of claim entity. And what are the fields that we are retrieving? Name. See, when I click on result, okay, okay, just give me a second. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, close, 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 cancel. Okay, let me open again. 315101. Sign in. Okay, let's open advanced find again. Let's go to settings. Settings only true. Okay, so here you have advanced find. Click on advanced find. Select a claim entity because we wanted to retrieve claim data where,
Sir, sir, we
yeah.
can't see the screen.
Okay, fine. Okay. Able to see now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is advanced find. I am selecting claims. Contact equal to any contact. Let's say Ram. Okay, now when I click on result, it will show the result. So previously we added contact also, right? So edit columns, add column. So I am adding contact so that we can see the contact in result. When I click on result, it will show the contact. Okay, see, when I download the fetch XML, it looks like this. This is our fetch XML. So entity name was mentioned like Walmart underscore name. So since we are retrieving the, sorry, this one, Walmart underscore claim. So since we are retrieving the claim entity records, so the entity name was mentioned like Walmart underscore claim. So this is the schema name of the claim entity. And what are the fields that we are trying to retrieve? We are trying to retrieve name. Where do we have name? See, claim number is the name. Schema name of claim number is Walmart underscore name. Walmart underscore name. So this is first field. What is second field? Created on. See, we are also retrieving created on. Third field is cost of product. See, cost of product. And contact ID. See, contact ID, this one, this field. Okay. And sorry, claim id, claim id also by default claim id will be coming. Okay, whether you are passing the schema name or not, when you try to retrieve any record using fetch xml, by default that record id will be coming. Okay, claim id will be coming by default. That column was added, and the contact id is also added because we added the column contact id. And here order attribute Walmart underscore name. So descending false. Descending false means it is in ascending mode. If you observe here, see there is a arrow icon here. So this is the order attribute, order column. So when I click on this, it is getting sorted out, sorting order. So this is ascending. When I click on this, this is descending. So it is saying that the sorting is based on this particular field, Walmart underscore name, that is claim number. Okay, descending false means it is in ascending mode. So the last one is the filter and the condition. This is very important. This is very important in fetch XML. So what is the condition that we added? What is the condition that we added? So I want all the claims where contact equal to this particular contact. Okay, this is the condition that I added. Contact equal to Ram. Okay, so what is the contact field schema name? Contact field schema. See, this is conditional attribute. Conditional attribute contact ID Walmart underscore contact ID. This is the schema name of the contact field. Okay, operator is equal to, because we added equal to operator, equals to. So you no need to use UI name, UI type. You can remove them, not required. Okay, so contact, this is contact equals to this particular value. See, what is this value? What is this ID? Which record ID is this? This is record ID. Record ID of which record? RAM, because we added RAM. When I click on RAM, you can see the ID of the record. See, when you go to end, see, this is the ID of RAM. The same ID you can find it out in the fetch XML. See, C636A. See, okay, it is different, huh?
That is
I think this
Sita's
is
one, sir.
Sita. Sita,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
This is not Ram. This is Sita. Sorry, Sita. Okay, let's click on result. Okay, let's click on Sai Sita and see here 76B9A7. See 76B9A7. So this is the idea of Sai Sita, because we are trying to get the claims. We are trying to get the claims of this particular contact, which is Sai Sita. But if we keep this ID, every time it will get the records of Sai Sita. Okay, I'll show you. Okay, first we built this fetch XML. Okay, now we got this fetch XML. We need to format this fetch XML. We just downloaded it from advanced find. Now we need to format this fetch XML. Okay, so let's copy this fetch XML, copy, and go to CRM and open Google, type fetch XML formatter. Fetch XML formatter. Type fetch XML formatter. Open first one. See here, you need to paste the fetch XML on the top. You need to paste the fetch XML on the top. See below you have C# code, and here below is the formatted fetch XML. See, if you paste the original fetch XML on the top, you will get the formatted fetch XML for C# here, formatted fetch XML for JavaScript here. Let's say if you are writing plugin, you need to get the fetch XML from here because you are writing C# code. If you are writing JavaScript, you need to get the formatted code from here. Okay, so paste the fetch XML query, fetch XML here. Okay, so this is the formatted fetch XML for .NET. This is the formatted fetch XML for JavaScript. So copy. Now I copied JavaScript one and go to Visual Studio. Go to Visual Studio. See here, we defined the fetch XML variable, right? See where fetch XML equal to double quotes. Remove this double quotes. Remove this double quotes. Here, paste the code. Paste. So this is the fetch XML that we copied. From this is the formatted fetch XML. Okay, first we downloaded the fetch XML from advanced find, and then we formatted it, and that formatted fetch XML I pasted it here. All this fetch XML will be stored in this variable. In this particular variable, I stored this string fetch XML. Okay, so now I have the fetch XML. So now I need to write. Retrieve multiple. Okay, so using web API, I need to write retrieve multiple. See how we have written the retrieve record. See here. So minimize. So this is retrieve record. xrm.webapi.retrieve record. This is web API retrieve record. Similarly, we also need to get the code for retrieve multiple. Okay, so click on contact.js. So let's go to Google. So let's open another window. Type mscrm js web API retrieve multiple using fetch XML. So you need to type it like this: web API retrieve multiple using fetch XML. Okay, so and then you will get lot of articles. Yeah, this is the code actually. So you can copy this code. I am copying it from here. Okay, copy. Okay, so you can paste it here. You can paste it here. Control Z, paste it. Okay, so using web API, XRM dot web API dot retrieve multiple records. Now I am going to retrieve multiple records. Which entity records I am retrieving? Which entity records we are retrieving?
Claim.
Claim entity. So what is the claim entity schema name? See here you can find the claim entity schema name. Entity name equal to Walmart underscore claim. If you don't know how to find it, the schema name of an entity, you can go to solution. See here settings, solutions, and then open the solution. Open the solution, expand entities, expand. I want to get the claim entity schema name. Click on claim. So this is claim entity schema name, Walmart underscore claim. So copy it and paste it here. Okay, see, I wanted to retrieve claim entity records. I wanted to retrieve claim entity records. So that is why I'm passing the claim entity schema name and the fetch XML. Okay, see here, we have this fetch XML, right? Copy this fetch XML and pass it here. Okay, it got stuck. Just give me a second. Yeah, so paste the fetch XML variable here. Okay, see, we built the fetch XML here, right? So same fetch XML variable, you can pass it here. Okay, so we are passing two things here. First one is schema name of that particular entity, and the fetch XML which we built it here. All this fetch XML will be stored in this particular variable, and this particular variable I am passing it here into retrieve multiple records. Okay, so similarly, same like retrieve, we have two functions. One is success function and another one is error function. In case if we are getting any errors, it will go here. In case if we are getting success, it will come here, and the result will be storing in result object. Let's say if this retrieve multiple executes successfully, then how many records it will return? How many records it will return? So
Total
see the
16. 16 you.
will it return 16? Okay, let's go to advanced find and see. So this is the fetch XML, right, that we have written. Get all the claims where contact equal to Sai Sita. Let's
2.
click on result. How many
2
records
will.
are coming?
2. 2.
2. It will not return 16 because we added a condition, right? Contact equal to Sita. So only Sita claims only will come. So it will return two records. This two records information will be stored in this particular variable called result. Okay, those two records information will be stored in this particular variable called result. So let's say if I want to get the count, I need to show the count, right? Let's say if Sita is associated to two claims, then claim count equal to 2. If I open RAM, claim count equal to 3, something like that. I have to show the alert. So let's say add the alert here, alert. So here I am writing like claim count equals to, so claim information will be stored here, right, in the result object. So you need to write like result dot entities dot length. You need to write it like this. This will give you the count of records which got retrieved. Okay, which retrieved. Okay, see, all the see, when you execute this retrieve multiple, you are passing Sita ID here, contact ID. So Sita is associated to two records. Those two record information will be stored in the result object. So from the result object, I am writing like result dot entities dot length. If I write it like this will give us the count of records, number of claims. Okay, number of claims. How can we get? From the result object. If you write it like result dot entities dot length, it will give you the count. Okay, now it is done. We are done with the JavaScript. Okay, so let's copy this JavaScript. See, I have written this JavaScript in contact.js. Previously, we have written the JS in climb.js. So I need to create another web resource for contact.js. Okay, I need to create another JavaScript file to store contact.js. Okay, so you go to solution. So this is your solution, right? Go to web resources, click on web resources. See, previously we have climb.js. Now you need to create contact.js because we are writing the JavaScript on contact. So contact. So this one is like contact.js. Okay. So type, click on type. This is script, JavaScript. Text editor, paste the code. So I pasted this code. Click OK. Save, publish. Okay, I think publish will fail. Let's see. Okay, it got succeeded. Yesterday it got failed, na? Okay, now it is working. Publish. I was able to publish from here. I think from form it is throwing an exception. Okay, now I created a contact.js. Okay, let's close this JavaScript file. See which event we have to use here.
Climb.
Event.
Yes.
I am asking about the JavaScript event.
Ah,
How many events we have?
three. On load, on save, on change.
Which event we have to use here?
On load.
On load, because when I open the contact record, let's say if I go to a contact record, if I open the any contact record, then my JavaScript should trigger. So I have to write on load event. So let's go to contacts, and what is the form that we are using? This is contact form, contact main form, right? So let's go to contact entity, click on forms, contact forms. So this is contact main form. Open this contact main form. Now I am adding on load event. Okay. Let it load. Okay. So this is contact form. Click on form properties. See, there is no JavaScript file added here. Click on add. Now I am adding JavaScript file. What is my name of the JavaScript file? Walmart, Walmart underscore contact.js. Walmart underscore contact.js. This is my JavaScript file, contact.js. Click on add. So in this JavaScript file only, I have written the retrieve multiple, get a client count. Okay. So now I added JavaScript. Now I have to add the event, onload event. This is event, onload event. Click on add. So what is the function name that I have to pass here? What is our function name? What is our function name?
Get climb count.
Get the claim count here. So copy this get claim count, paste it here. Do we need to pass the execution context as first parameter?
No.
We no need to pass the execution context as first parameter because we are not using any parameter here. See here we are using the execution context as parameter. So we checked this checkbox, but now we are not passing any execution context as parameter. So now I am not selecting this. Click OK. So this is onload event. Click OK. Save. Now we need to publish. Now we need to publish. Okay, it may throw an error. Let's see. Okay, now it got published. Okay, fine. Minimize. Okay, let's refresh this particular page. Control function F5 just to check the result. Control function F5. Control function F5. Now I am on contact. Okay, now I am on contact. Nothing is happening. So let's refresh one more time. Okay, let's open the contact again. Okay, so what is the count it is showing right now?
2.
2. Claim count is 2. But how many claims are associated to RAM?
3.
Why the count is showing as 2? It is associated to 3 records, right? But why the count is showing as 2? Okay, let's forget about it. So for RAM it is showing 2. Let's go to another contact. Let's open Venkat. Okay, so claim count is showing as again 2. So let's check Venkat is having how many claims? How many claims Venkat is having?
0.
0. Why is it showing 2?
In the JS, we have taken a value as Sita. There you have.
Correct. Very good. See, I told you na. So the ID which you are giving it here, it shouldn't be static. It should be dynamic. So we have passed Sita ID here. That is why every time it is getting the records of Sita. But it shouldn't be Sita, right? Let's say if I open RAM record should be we should get the claims related to Ram. If I open Venkat related claims should be coming. So we need to pass the dynamic value here. You shouldn't pass the static value. Okay. So first, when I open this particular record, let's say if I open RAM is having which ID? See, RAM will have record ID, right? So this is the ID of the record of RAM. We need to pass this ID here to get the claims. Let's say if I open Venkat, so this Venkat is also having some ID. So this is the ID of Venkat. So this ID, I have to pass it here to get the Venkat related claims. Okay. So whichever the record, whichever the contact that I am opening, that contact related ID, I have to get it and then pass it on to fetch XML. I need to get the ID of the contact which is opened, and that ID I have to pass it here in the fetch XML. Okay. In CRM, there is one statement to get the ID of the record. Okay. If you don't know how to get the ID of the record using JS, you can simply type like mscrm JS get ID. Type it like this, get ID. Okay. So you have a single statement to get the ID. See, this is the statement. Form context dot data dot entity dot get ID. Okay, so you need to write it like this to get the ID of the record. So copy this and paste it here. So here we need form context. Do we have the form context here?
No.
No. So we need to get the form context first. We need to get the form context. If we want the form context, what do we need? If we want form context, we need to get first we
Execution
need to do
context.
execution context. So pass execution context as parameter. Execution context as parameter. So copy this execution context dot get form context. Okay, when close. Similarly, what we have written here, same thing. Execution context dot get form context. This will give us the form context. Okay, you no need to by heart anything. You just need to know how to apply. Okay, so I am passing execution context as parameter. From the execution context, I am getting the form context and I am storing this form context in this particular variable called form context. And using this form context, I am trying to get the id of the contact record. Form context dot data dot entity dot get id. I am getting the id of the contact. So this is contact id. Okay, now I will pass this contact id. I will pass this contact id here. See, I will not hard code it. Instead, I will pass the id here. Okay, remove this id with the braces. Okay, so I will pass, just add double quotes and then plus plus and then pass the contact id. Okay, now I am passing the contact id. So this contact id will have the id of the record, id of the contact record which is open. So I am getting the contact id. I am passing this contact id here. So whenever I open the contact record, let's say if I open Ram contact ID will be here and we are passing the same Ram ID here. So it will fetch the Ram related claims. If I open Sita contact ID will be here and we are passing that ID here and Sita related claims will be coming. Okay, so this is how you have to get the dynamic, well, this is how you have to pass the dynamic contact id. It shouldn't be static, you should pass the dynamic contact id. Okay, now we are done. Let's save. And we need to transfer this code into CRM. Copy this code, transfer this code into CRM. So go to solution or you can go to the form. So this is the form, right? Click on form properties. So where do we have JavaScript? So this is our JavaScript under form libraries. Double click on it. So this is our JavaScript. Remove the existing one, paste the new one. So this is the new code. So click on OK. See here, previously we have not passed the execution context. See here, pass execution context as first parameter. This was not checked. Now we are passing the execution context as first parameter. See here we are using execution context. So here we are passing the execution context as first parameter. So I need to check this checkbox as well. Pass execution context as first parameter. Click OK. Click OK. Save. Publish. Okay, now we are done. We are publishing the customizations. Okay, now it is done. Let's go back to the record. This is contact record. Now I open Sai Venkat. Let's refresh this particular page. Refresh this particular page. Okay, now what is the claim count? What is the
0.
claim count? 0. Okay, let's check how many claims Sai Venkat has. Click on related claims. How many claims he's having?
0 claims.
0 claims. That is why count is coming as 0. Let's open RAM. Okay, how much is the count now? Claim count
3.
is
3.
3. Let's check how many claims he is associated. How many claims? 3. So when I click on Sita, let's click on Sai Sita. So count is coming as 2. Let's check how many claims are associated. How many claims are associated? Claims 2. Okay, so this is how you can write a simple retrieve multiple using web API to get the records. Okay, single retrieval and multiple retrieval. Okay, so with this, I will close the JavaScript. See, using web API, you can create a record. So see, in today's class and yesterday's class, we have seen retrieve multiple, single retrieval and multiple retrieval. Using web API, you can also create a record, you can also update a record, you can also delete a record. See, if you want to get into that info, so type like MSCRM, JS, web API, create. If you type it like this, you will get the create statement. You can also create a record using web API. See, this is xrm.webapi.create record. So you need to pass which entity record you wanted to create. If you want to create claim record, claim entity schema name, and the data. So data is here. So like this data variable. So what is the data that you wanted to pass? Let's say I want to pass claim number here, claim number this side 1234, and cost of the product here this side, schema name of cost of product field. So cost of product would be like 1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees, something like that. Okay, so that like that you have to pass the data, and this data variable you have to pass it here into the create record statement. So this is for creating a record. If you want to know more about update record, simply type update. So show more, same thing. So this is for update record. So there is only one difference between create and update. For create, you will not pass the ID of the record. For update, we will pass the ID of the record to be updated. That is the only difference. Okay. For create, you no need to pass ID. For update, you have to pass the ID of the record to be updated. Okay. So see, like that, using web APIs, you can create, update, retrieve, delete. These operations you can perform. Okay, so web APIs are JS web APIs are very, very important. Okay, so that's all we have on the JS part. So from tomorrow we will start on ribbon customizations. Okay, we will work on the ribbon customizations. Okay, ribbon customizations means you have the buttons here, right, on the form. You can also customize these buttons. You can add a button, you can also modify the existing button, like that. We will discuss about that in tomorrow's sorry, there is no class tomorrow, you no need to join. Okay, I'm traveling to a different city, so I will not be available tomorrow. So day after tomorrow we will connect back. Okay, so there is no class tomorrow, no need to join. Okay, that's all for today. So in case if you have any open questions, you can raise it. If you have any open questions, you can voice out.
Sir, we just saw the using the fetcher XML. We done the
Right.
JavaScript.
So you can
Uh,
also write it using query expression. See, if you want to write a retrieve or retrieve multiple using query expression, web API retrieve using query expression. Everything is available in Google. Okay, you just need to type it and get the code and use it. See, this is fetch XML. This is query expression. See, I was telling you, right? So this is retrieve multiple. Here we are not generating any fetch XML. Here we are passing the query. So this is select query. What are the fields that you wanted to retrieve? You will pass it here. And here this is filter condition. What is our filter condition? Contact equal to the contact ID. You have to pass it like this. Under filter condition, you have to pass contact schema name Walmart underscore contact ID EQ equal to ID of that particular contact that you wanted to retrieve. Okay, and in the select statement you can simply type Walmart underscore name. Actually we do not require to get any field. We just want the count, right? So you can add any field of claim. You can add any field of claim here. Okay, you can enter claim number, or cost of the product, any field. Okay. And this is the query. So this query you have to pass it here. The what is the schema name you have to pass it here? Which entity records we are trying to retrieve?
Claim entity.
Claim. So claim schema name you have to pass it here. And this option will be the query which you are generating on the top. That's it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, it is straightforward. You can try it out. In case if you have any issues, we can connect back.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions before winding up the call?
No,
Okay
sir.
then. Okay then. If no other questions, I think we are good to close the call for today. Thanks for joining, and we will reconnect after day after tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir.